So to play a triad on C, starting on C, basically this is for total beginners. If you're really a total beginner, it's very simple. So if you're on the key of C major, right, so you just skip a note. You start on the C, you skip that note, you play this one, and then you skip that note, you play that one. Yeah, don't worry about the fingering, just the principle, just feel comfortable. So you play in the triad, and then for the G major, just raise the middle one, right? Just raise that one. That's the D major triad. E, same thing. So you play the triad and you raise the middle. So play any comfortable way, right? And F is just like the C, right? So that's F triad. That's G triad, right? For the A, you have to raise it. Yeah, that's A triad, right? For the B, raise both, right? Right, for the B. That's B major, right? So B major and C major. Now, the minor triad as well. The minor triad is the opposite, right? So basically, instead of playing this one, you're playing that one, right? So that's minor triad, C minor, right? C minor. Now it's normal. Is the end? You get it, right? And E is minor. F minor. So you have to raise it. So that's one. That's F minor. Yeah. G minor will be this one, right? G minor triad, right? You get used to the sound of it, right? A minor is normal this time. Yeah. So B minor will be this one, right? And back to C minor. So to play C sharp minor, you basically just raise this one, right? That will be a C sharp minor, and this is that will be the move, right? So now 4 notes, right? To play, you can now take a C major triad and add this 7, so that's a 7th, right? Yeah, and that's the 9th. All right, yeah. So basically you can take a C major 7, right, or major 9. Yeah, you can add a 13, right? That's a way to look at it. So if you just stay on this scale, you will get the C major 7. You can add a 9. You can add a 13. The E will be minor, yeah, with a 9. Yeah, and the E will be minor, just like the G, D minor, E minor. Yeah, F major 7 with a 9. That will work easy, right? The G will be 7th. It's major chord, but with the 7, the major, the 7 is not like, it's one tone behind, so it's a 7th dominant chord. It's the only one that's like that, right? A is minor 7, just like the E, just like the D and the E. E is minor, but with the will be, because this is a minor, this is a major, this minor, this is major, this is minor, so this is minor with a flat 5th, right? So you say half diminished, okay? Because if you had the chord, if you had the scale, it's not really totally diminished, is half diminished. You say half diminished. So minor with a flat fifth. So this is the functions of the chord. So you basically have a major chord, yeah. So you play the root, because those chords are either major 7. So you have you get the C major 7 and the F major 7 as well. So same quality. You get a D minor 7 and the E minor 7 and the A minor 7 as well. Yeah, so it's the same structure, same color, same quality. Minor this time, minor 7, and you get one dominant chord, which is the G7. Right, you get the G7, right, and a C and a B. So B is, if you go to C, this B, which is a half diminished, right? All right, so that's the thing. So on your voicings, you can see that the major 7 chord is qualified by the major. It's not a, this is a minor chord. Yeah, this is a major chord. Now the 7 is major, so major 7, right? So this is a dominant chord, 7 with a 7. This is C7, right? C7. Now with a, if it's a minor chord, it becomes C minor 7, right? That's minor 7. That's 7 chord, right? 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 So that's a minor chord, right? Minor 7 chord. So basically, what qualifies the chord is the 3rd and the 7, right? If it's a major 3rd and a major 7, you'll say the chord is major 7, right? Basically, if it's a minor, you say minor with a 7th. This will not be in the scale because it's not. But if you say minor chord, really like a G7, right? Yeah, in the scale, within the scale, you'll say a minor 7 because it's a major chord now this time. So this will determine whether the chord is minor or major, right? So this one also will determine the 7th, whether it's a dominant chord or in the major scale. So usually the major 7 will either be, in this case, either the C or the F, right? With that color. The minor chords will either be the A minor or the E minor or the E minor, right? So you'll now get the 2-5-1. Yeah. Yeah. Now if you go to the F, you get a, yeah. So you can play on the degrees like that to really sing the melody. Right? So you scale the chord, the structure of it. Now you can also reshape the chord, the way you play the chord. So you just play the root, the 3rd and the 7, right? And then you play the colors here, all the color, because basically when you play this chord, you just haven't played the D minor. That's what you haven't touched. You play these ones. So these are the extensions that you can play here. For instance, like, yeah, the 9 and the 13, right? That's the 6th. That's this note, but in the higher register. Yeah, right? So play a 2-5-1. You're gonna play the same principle for the D. You're gonna play, right? right? Or you can play, right? You can play. So you can play. So basically, you play the root and the shell of it, right? 7 and third of the chord, right? Same thing for G7, right? Right? And same thing for, so that's a 2-5-1, right? Now you can try to see how your hands fit your instrument. You can do it like you take this third but put it as a 10th this time, right? Like that, right? Right? You just play that on your instrument. So basically you have a third, that's a 7, that's a third, yeah, and that's the 5th, yeah, and that's the 9th, that's the 9-9, right? And play a G7, right? And play a C major, right? Right? So you get an idea, right? So that's a 2-5-1. 2 da 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 da. So 2. So that's a 2-5-1. See if you want to do it in F, for instance. In F major, you're gonna have a G minor 7. Yeah. Right? And a C7 this time. And a F major 7, right? 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 Raise semitone. I'm playing on the top, so you should think about it from the top, basically, from the melody, and follow the movement of the bass, right? So basically you approach a chord, you approach a major 7 chord by playing the 2-5-1, right? So it's instead of playing, instead of saying on the C, you're basically approaching it by playing this melody, right? You get to the point. This is about the 2-5-1s, and you can also approach a chord, a minor chord. So you can play an E minor. You can play the 2-5-1 to approach that. So you play the E minor, the A7 before the 2, and before the 5, before you resolve on the 1. So you go from 4th to 4th. So you start with the 2, you go to a 4th above. This is, which is the G, and then you go another 4th above to land on the C, right? So you can basically play these 2-5-1s from 4th to 4th. Yeah, now let's play it in F. All right. F minor. Right? So it's going to become intuitive, right? And right? It's too hard. Just play the 3rd and the 7th, right? So you play the chord. So you're gonna get the movement. To get the right movement, you're gonna play just the 3rd. 3rd gonna be, and the 7, right? And then the bass. yeah, right, right. That's a major 7 chord. Make it minor 7 and do the same thing, right, right. Major 7, now make it minor 7. That's a 2 already, a 2, yeah. So you're playing the 5, and on the bass you have a 2-5-1 shuffle. So you start with the T, right, and you change it again to minor. So that's a good exercise for you to get it right. Right, so you get used to going along with the 3rd and the 7th of chord, right. You are in C major, but you start with a D minor, right, to reach to the C major. So the C minor 7 is this is the root and the shell, right. Voicings I like. So they can play a C major 7 with a 9th. I like this voicing. So you play the bass, C bass 7 and 3rd. I like this voicing. Yeah, you can play. You can replace this one with the 5th at the bass and get it solid as well. Right. I like this D7. That's a simple chord. Yeah, you can play a G7. So I'm gonna show you 2 ways you can play your G7. You can play for a beginner. If you're a really total beginner, just play this one, F. Right. So you can get used to the 7th. Yeah, get used to the 7 according to your hand and play just play this, right, for the G7. For your C major 7, you can play with the 9 like that. So you add the 13 because you're going to play the bass there, right. Right, that's a voicing. For your minor, yeah, you can play roots. You can play the roots, yeah, but instead here you play the 7th and the 3rd, right. And then you can play like this, yeah, yeah, G7, right. So D minor 7, right. Now G7, yeah, and the C major 7, right. Right. So that's 2, 5, 1, right.